Well, talk about a roller coaster of emotions in that moment there, mister, because first you've got the Fabulous Frères losing the match. They outsmart the Hesses by having some backup masks underneath, but then the Hesses get the last laugh, hanging the Frères with that bull rope. I couldn't believe it.
Hanging Q and Henri like the couple of ragged old dogs that they are, and now it's been set up. Next week at PK Park, we're going to have the Hess Clan and the Fabulous Frères in a bull rope match. Both teams attached by bull ropes around their wrists, and I think Wade and Dom are going to send the Fabulous Frères all the way back to Pleasure Creek, where the Blanches are from, the Blanchard Ranch, but they won't be riding out on horses. They'll be riding out on a couple of jackasses if you get to info, huh?
It's going to be bull rope at the ballpark. Now, folks, it's not just the bull rope you got to watch out for, it's that cowbell as well. That's going to be happening next week here on POW Pro Wrestling. But coming up next, it's the main event you've been waiting for, the debut of the Steel Cage here in POW Pro Wrestling as the Midnight Heat defend their tag team championships against Jack and Sledge, the Hammers. It's coming up next.
Introducing the Steel Cage first. From Blue Colorado, at a combined weight of 725 pounds, Jack and Sledgehammer, the Hammer Brothers. And their opponents. From Portland, Oregon, at a combined weight of 430 pounds, the precious
Will the Hammer Brothers demolish the tag championship reign of Eddie Pearl and Ricky Gibson? Or will the clock strike midnight on Jack and Sledge's title plans? We find out tonight in our main event of POW Pro Wrestling for the first time ever in the confines of a steel cage. The POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships will be decided as the Midnight Heat defend against the Hammer Brothers.
That's why you want to be here live at World Pies or anywhere that you see POW Pro Wrestling coming to a town near you, because you want to see the action. This is action at its finest. The Midnight Heat wearing the tag team titles. Well, we know how they got them, right?
For how much longer, though?
That's a good question.
Speaking of belts, you look at the attire of the Midnight Heat, Ricky Gibson and Eddie Pearl in this matchup. They are not dressed to wrestle.
No.
They're dressed to fight. They're wearing them jeans. And right now,
All right, both 2 feet hit the floor. They won.
maybe a bit of a psychological
That doesn't
game
count.
being played here. Trying to go over their strategies one last time before that door shuts for good.
Now the rules of this match are clean and simple. You cannot escape the cage. You do that, it doesn't count. You must pin or submit your opponent in the middle of that ring. That in itself is a very, very difficult thing to do.
Escape is irrelevant. The cage at this point is simply a weapon to be utilized, a means to keep someone from escaping, because we know how the Midnight Heat held onto the belts the last time these two teams faced off. They took the champion's advantage, aka the coward's way out, and ran away with a count-out loss. And right now there's no count-outs in this steel cage match as Jack Sledge coming down with a Thez press onto Ricky Gibson. Sledge and Eddie Pearl fighting in the corner now. Now you can see it's anything goes here in the steel cage match. Rules are thrown out the window. And folks, it's anyone's matchup after the wars. These two teams.
Oh my God.
You see that? Oh my goodness.
Boy.
Sledgehammer used it to his advantage, and boy did ever.
You could feel that all the way in Corvallis.
And then some. Oh no.
Oh!
Oh.
Sledgehammer, the baby brother, coming out hard
With a clothesline, no less.
with all that mass down onto Gibson and Pearl.
And
Oh,
a
boy.
cannonball shot there. Oh my goodness, he's gonna go for two.
The challenger's looking really strong here in this cage match. He can only win by pinfall in the center of that ring.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't matter if it's 1 minute or 1,000 minutes. I mean, it's 60-minute time limit, but those guys are gonna just fight to the death, pretty much.
If it were up to the Hammers, they would use every single one of those minutes to inflict pain and torture on their heated rivals in the Midnight Heat.
And it's become a heated rivalry. I mean, it's the talk of the town. Everybody's talking about this one.
go-
Oh my goodness,
we go
wheelbarrow time.
We go back to 2021 when the Hammer Brothers first debuted for POW at Blair Alley, and they certainly caught the powder keg's imagination on fire. And ever since then, it's been you gotta believe the Midnight Heat have been a thorn in their side.
He's going for another wheelbarrow. Oh, wait a minute, this time it's Pearl that's gonna feel the effects. And putting your foot in the rope there, Pearl, doesn't make a difference.
That's right, no rope breaks. Here, oh wait a minute. The ropes will not help you here.
No.
The Hammer Brothers looking pretty strong here. They're really hitting their stride and they're beginning of their shift. Oh! Slamming Eddie Pearl into the cage wall. I believe that's the first time it's been used as a weapon so
Oh,
far
my
in this
goodness.
matchup.
Back first goes Eddie Pearl.
Folks, you gotta believe this ring, this cage has been enforced with the combined mass of these four gentlemen in mind.
Didn't even see the referee in front of him, and Pearl just about decked Brad Lee.
If only.
Oh, and Pearl into the cage.
Face first he goes. And now the Midnight Heat, the champions, are on the back foot. They've got to regroup and try and figure out how they can withstand this onslaught.
Meanwhile, Jackhammer, oh my goodness.
Jack throwing Ricky Gibson into that corner. That gives Eddie Pearl time to attack him from behind. Trying to gain some kind of advantage here. Oh, face
Oh,
first
no.
into the cage wall goes Eddie again.
Can't do that to him. He's precious.
Here we go now. Jack setting him up.
Oh,
Gosh.
Bringing him down.
that's like a concrete mixer right there.
Bringing him down the hard way. Going for a cover here. Boy, after the wars that these two teams have put each other through, in the Midnight Heat, for a team as experienced as they are, they've been through some hell. This might be the most hellacious match of
Wait a
their
second,
careers.
Jackhammer's looking for the belt. He's
Oh.
trying to get the belt off of Ricky Gibson. He's got the belt now.
Jack now has the leather strap in hand. He wants to make the Midnight Heat pay for the hell they put him through.
Come on, this is too far.
This is totally legal. Anything goes inside the confines of the cage. Oh!
Legal as a headlock is that
Oh!
whip, is that leather belt that Jack took off the body.
Wait a minute.
Of
And
Ricky.
then
Look at
Sledge
this.
has got one.
Sledge has got Pearl's belt now.
Well, the thought that they were going to do it to the Hammer Brothers, guess what? It's been reversed here. Oh!
Oh, you can hear the smack of the leather across the flesh. These champions are really putting in the overtime here against the Hammer Brothers, and Jack is just going.
Turtle up, Eddie, turtle up.
Going to town on him.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
What's he doing? Oh my
He's
goodness.
tearing off his pants.
What have we become here?
Well, it's totally legal, apparently.
Oh,
on the bare
no.
buttocks now.
Right on the exposed tuchus of Eddie Pearl. Oh my goodness.
Ricky Gibson had piled over on one side, and Pearl getting Pearl Harbored right now.
Whether or not the Midnight Heat win the matchup, you have to believe that
Oh.
Eddie's going to need some salve at the end of the night. Oh no.
Talk about a low blow.
Ricky Gibson now utilizing the lack of rules. He's embracing the lawless nature of the match.
I hope for the sake of the first 3 rows they don't send Sledge into the cage.
Goodness. I'm not sure if the ring can hold him.
I don't know if the cage is reinforced enough.
We tried.
Choking him now.
Here we go now. The Midnight Heat trying to regain an advantage here. Eddie Pearl's got one half of his butt hanging out of his pants, but right now they are looking tall.
They're gonna mess up our rating again.
Oh, and Jackhammer straight into the cage.
We knew this was going to be violent as hell going in. The steel cage match.
Certainly is.
Its reputation precedes it. The first time ever that the steel cage has been utilized at POW.
Oh, no, wait a minute. He's got the belt.
Oh!
All right,
I can't
stomach.
I can't think of a rivalry in POW that's more befitting of the steel cage match. Oh, look at this.
And they're just going to town. Now look at Gibson with the choke.
Oh my goodness, they are just completely abusing the Hammer Brothers here. Shot after shot, repeatedly with the leather strap. I guess turnabout's fair play. It was the Hammers that struck first. What's good for the goose is good for the hammer.
You know what they say, Brian Zane, when a problem comes along, you must whip it.
This isn't a Devo reference, people.
Take
Good
this,
grief.
Take that thumbs up and get out of my sight.
Oh, and Gibson right now with the shot between the eyes.
Use the belt buckle.
Oh my goodness. Absolute chaos.
Oh, and he's
unfolding
pounding
here.
away at Sledge right now.
Unbridled carnage here. Anything goes.
Oh, wait a
in
minute. I
this-
think, yes, Sledgehammer's been busted open.
Sledge is bleeding now. We can see as much. I believe he might have had an old wound opened up. Not sure where he acquired it, but
You think it's gravy?
would you stop? Could be it. The Midnight Heat almost retained their championship,
Oh,
but they have
and
to
just
work.
pounds away at that face.
They got to work harder than that if they want to hold back the challenge of these incredible challengers. These guys already two-time POW Pro Wrestling
Oh,
Tag
now
Team
you see, now
champions.
he's hitting him with the buckle of the belt.
POWY award-winning most popular act of the year. But that doesn't do them a whole lot of good now as they are locked in the confines of this structure. And they are mere playthings now for Gibson and Pearl.
Oh, wait a second. He's trying to make fun of him now with that hard hat.
He looks real manly, doesn't he? Real tough.
Both him and Gibson now with the Hammer Brothers hard hats.
And the assless pants. And here now, Jack firing up once again.
But not,
But he cannot overcome this situation here if it's going to be 2-on-1. As long as
Sledge is on his feet.
Sledge is back up here. That's what they got to do.
Oh, Gibson.
There you go.
If they take out the big man, then this match is theirs. Theirs being the Midnight Heat.
Now what I would do is I would open that door back up, chuck Sledge out, and then try to find some kind of padlock.
Here we go, reversal. Oh, face first into that hard hat. The Midnight Heat using it to their advantage at first. Here we go now. Oh, wait a minute. Jack's had enough. It throws him down like a big sack of concrete.
Yep. And he's throwing the haymakers at him. But you can see what's happening to Sledge, though. He's just in bad shape
He
right
is
now.
bloody here. We knew the cage match
Battering ram
would have a
with
violent,
the helmet.
would have a violent outcome. Oh no, here with the assist with the hard hat, gaining enough speed, colliding right with the chest of Ricky Gibson.
That's definitely a battering ram, big time.
I can knock the wind out of Gibson for sure. Gotta make him a non-factor.
Right now, though, the Hammers need to be looking at getting those tag team titles.
Look at this. Sledge now grinding Gibson's face up against the wall of the steel
good
cage like it were hamburger meat. Continuing to rain down the blows. As Gibson now, or Pearl I should say,
hats.
double fisting the hard hats. Oh my goodness, good night.
Is that what we call the Hatto or something like that? Or the Conchato?
Conhato.
Conhato?
But
Oh, look
now-
at this. He's got a chain
We're
now.
not done yet.
As
It's
if
just-
Pearl needed that.
Legal as a headlock, right?
We've seen the belts.
Oh.
We've seen the hard hats, and now we are seeing the chain brought into play here in this unforgiving steel cage. Oh, straight right hand. Now wait a minute. What are the Midnight Heat doing? They got those caution, those ratchets that the Hammers brought into the ring. Oh no, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that they're going to use them against the Hammers here, guys.
Trying to. I don't think Sledge knows where he's at right now.
What
He's just
kind of
been,
intentions does Ricky Gibson have here? Sledge is out on his feet, and right now Gibson
I think
trying
he's
to
just being held up by the ropes.
He's trying to utilize his Boy Scout training to good use here.
Oh, and Pearl with right
there we
between the
go.
eyes.
Lays him out again here.
I hope that cage is reinforced.
I hope Gibson knows what he's doing here. I think he's trying to tie Sledge up. But hey, take it from me as someone who's tried and failed with a water heater in a bed of a pickup truck. You got to understand how the ratchets work. Otherwise, it's all for naught and things come crashing down.
And Gibson with the shot with the belt and another. Oh, and another.
It looks from this angle, it looks as though Sledgehammer is being held up both by the top rope and by the tying around his right arm to the steel cage wall. And that leaves Jack Hammer a sitting duck, gentlemen.
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
And Gibson's not done. Look, he's using the other strap now. Sledge could be turned into a non-factor here if it's all said and done. And folks, I don't like the looks of the Hammer Brothers' chances one bit.
And this is why they're the smartest tag team in all of wrestling.
And unfortunately, Sledge can't get out of it. He's stuck. He is stuck between the rope, the cage, and the two straps. Oh, and Gibson now winding up the chain. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Things are looking pretty grim
Oh,
for the once and hopeful tag team champions. But those hopes are going up in smoke here as the Midnight Heat continue to put on the pressure. Look at this, the disrespect. Tearing up the top of Jack Hammer, who's almost in a heap. He's being held up by the ropes, for God's sake. Sledge is in move.
oh, clothesline now.
Right in the throat.
Using that chain in the most devious, destructive manner possible. Look at this. Oh, Sledgehammer trying to stir himself awake here.
And meanwhile, Jack is unavailable at all to be able to help out. He is just out of it.
I mean, Jack is in the worst possible way. Look at this. He's all by himself here. Sledge is incapacitated.
Oh, double team effort right now. Shot off the ropes by the Midnight Heat.
Off the
And
ropes
a
again.
clothesline.
At this point, it's academic. At this point, the Midnight Heat could be able to cover Jack and let's get this match over with.
I think they're trying to put him out of wrestling altogether.
Yeah, I think you're right. Unfortunately, I think this time I'll agree with you.
And I say good riddance.
The
Now
Midnight
that I'll
Heat
disagree with.
looking to make a point here,
Oh.
an emphatic point, not just to defeat the Hammer Brothers, but to take them out of wrestling altogether, and they might just be able to do that.
Jack was able to free himself out of one hand, but unfortunately, Eddie Pearl saw that and back on him again, got him all tied up again.
Oh no.
Now they turn their attention to Jack Hammer.
Jack is just a battered and bruised mess, double teamed. It's a mugging at this point. It's a gang beating almost.
It's worse than a street fight.
It might as well be. It's in a fight pit.
Yep.
And now, folks, I believe that it might be Jack who's also bleeding here. Can't get a good look.
Well, even if he's not, he's in huge amounts of pain from the pounding. I mean, you can see his chest is just red.
Unmitigated
His back is just
beating
red.
here. And oh no, the belt back into play. Oh my goodness. Jack taking his lashings here, and so is Sledge. Sledge has just been on an island unto himself. He has not been able, he's been completely neutralized.
Absolutely neutralized.
Oh!
Give Brad Lee one too while we're at it.
Brad Lee, all he can really do is count the three. The only way this match can end is a pinfall. Escape is not an option.
Nope.
And right now, I'm not sure the Midnight Heat want to escape. They want to make the Hammers just suffer and feel every second, every moment of this hellacious beating.
Now I will tell you though, Brad Lee also has a discretion, and I'm throwing this out there not because I want it to happen, but I'm worried it could happen. But if they cannot answer the, being able to stand up at the count of 10, they're done. They're finished.
The count out might apply here, but
I
don't think that's
they
even
can't
a rule.
continue.
We made it very clear that pinfall's the only way. But look at here, the champions, they're celebrating a little early.
Look at this, the Hammer Brothers.
They have completely just they're basking in their own glory here, but the bell's not run, guys. This match still
Not
has
at
to be
all.
won. But it might as well be. Sledge is completely unable to help his.
Oh, now look at this.
Oh boy, that talk about disrespect.
Oh, here we go.
This is it. This is it right here.
The mockery. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say they were going to go for the Diesel Hammer, perhaps. No. Hitting them ropes. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
He built up too much momentum, and it cost him.
And he lambasted Gibson with that shot.
Jack Perry has suddenly hit another gear. He's punched in his card for overtime. He's making time and a half and then some.
Wait a minute. Gibson can't even see where he's at right now. Pearl picked up, tried to stop him.
Want to go for that jackhammer suplex? Couldn't get it. No! That's the stroke of midnight, and that's gotta be it.
No.
Wait a minute!
How did that happen?
How did Jack Hammer kick out of that? That's a game ender. And we just saw a kick out of two. I cannot believe this.
And Sledge is still in the, hanging by the threads of everything right there. He can't get up. He's stuck in the. Oh my goodness! Oh, this is ridiculous, Gibson and Pearl. What are you
Jack is
doing?
practically out on his
That's
feet.
disgusting.
Jack, that adrenaline dump. We thought he got that surge of power, but boy, it was short-lived.
Boy, did he use it all up there. Look at this.
Oh, can we go for the hot seat, the most devastating tandem move. Wait a minute, Jack
Jack
goes
is
out of
out.
it. Avoids the hot seat for now. And right now it's Ricky Gibson who's in the hot seat. In no man's land on that top turnbuckle.
Oh no, wait a second. Oh, and a shot there by Jack.
Oh boy, it's a good thing that cage wall is up there holding Gibson in place. Otherwise he'd fall out into the second row.
Oh my goodness, he's up to the top rope right now.
No.
Both of them up there.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, and Jack stopped it from.
Oh no.
Oh, wait a second here. Now, wait a minute.
Sledge!
No.
He's broken free! He's broken free of his bondage! He's out there! The Midnight Heat want to put Jack away!
Oh, and Gibson!
Look out,
Yeah.
power Sledge. And
Oh,
now,
and Pearl.
now the numbers game is even once again.
And I'll tell you right now, an angry sledgehammer is not a hammer you want to be near it. Oh,
Absolutely not.
and
This,
Gibson into the cage.
this quarter ton of humanity is
No,
on
no,
a roll.
no.
Wait a minute, and Jack's still up on the top rope.
Diesel hammer.
Oh my gosh.
There's nowhere for them to go, nowhere for them to hide. It's a 1, 2. He's got him! He's got him! We've got new champions!
By God, that cage match was everything you wanted and then some. That was brutality personified in that ring. The Hammer Brothers put up one of the most tenacious fights I've ever seen in order to regain those beautiful white and silver belts, the POW Tag Team titles, back in the Hammer's hands.
Oh my goodness, I will tell you something right now. The Midnight Heat got to feel the heat of the Hammer Brothers big time, and it's before midnight.
Time to build another legacy. Time to start back from square one and to build and to build.
And as the Hammers will say, everybody we see looks like a nail.
A trail of nails a mile long have led to this moment. Jack and Sledge once again your POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. It can only happen inside the steel cage right here on POW Pro Wrestling.